Beveling concrete porch edges after patching large cracks. William Hovey Smith, 2024.
This is Hovey Smith, a backyard sportsman. And considerable progress has been made on my porch in recovering from the effects of Hurricane Helene as well as accumulated damage. By the latter, I mean that porch has a concrete suspended floor and had been very grievously cracked by rust and freeze-thaw cycles to the extent that there were cracks that extended all the way across the porch and across the front. In fact, pieces of the slab had actually begun to detach from the front of the porch and pull away, leaving a gap in some cases of nearly ½ an inch and opening areas up to 2 and 3 inches wide, which I have filled with concrete as an expedient repair rather than attempt to replace the whole porch. Well, the contractor was able to spend a day, and they actually straightened up the columns which had been shifted sideways. I had hoped to finish all of my work on the porch before the contractor, and in particular the roofing contractor, arrived. And we've done work on the porch which was covered in several previous episodes. And now we're finishing up.
You can see on this side where I have considerable overhang, but I wanted to make very sure that we had it covered, and so now it is. Now there's also a considerable rise right here, and I'm going to try to dress that down a little bit. Dressing the concrete is something easily said, but not so easily done. And the instrument we're using is a Wo-Hen-Ha concrete grinder. And it has a diamond-faced cutting wheel. So when we get down and get started, some dust is going to fly. Now I have a little small vac that'll catch some of it, but much of it will escape. So if you're going to do this sort of thing, even a small amount, you certainly need a dust mask and earplugs to keep this dust out of your face and ears and body cavities. To give you an idea of the size of the cracks, I used about half of that 55-pound bag of mortar mix, and I have it sitting in a mortar tub, although I mixed it in a much smaller container. With that particular mortar mix, I had to work it really in a hurry. It sets up very rapidly, so its working time was not that awful great. I was sort of surprised at that. And it started to turn granular on me. That is, it lost its fluidity fairly quickly. But we did manage to get it jammed and forced into the hole. And we purposefully made it with several different densities, and the final density was just a fairly thin slip that I could pour into some of the cracks and would pour freely. And then I used a heavier, denser mix to force into the cracks to actually seal the front, and something I could handle and actually lay on a vertical surface. My most popular title is Backyard Deer Hunting. In this book, I tell you that you don't have to own the most expensive gun in the world, or the fanciest clothes, or go to exotic places to shoot an occasional deer. All you really need is a single-barrel shotgun, and some rifle slugs maybe, and a .22 rifle, and you can feed your family close to home inexpensively and have some of the best food there is. And in backyard deer hunting, I tell you how to do exactly that. With the porch railing removed, it's much easier to get to this surface than it was before. have, I think, finished up for the day. It didn't take very long once we got all our stuff here to do it. Well, we've dressed up this now, and in doing so, we exposed some cracks that we had filled. Well, that's aggravating. So we'll come back and make up some thin slip and then paint these cracks full again so we close them as best we can. And the next thing we'll do is actually apply waterproofing to it. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time. Yeah, hound doggy. Well, yeah, I know, I work you hard, yes I do.